Welcome to my madness, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're going to be taking a look at this knockoff Sentinel Gwen Stacy Spider-Gwen from Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Or is it Into the Spider-Verse? I don't know. Whichever one this one's from. I don't even remember. Picked it up on AliExpress. Let's go ahead and talk about it here. First up, we're going to talk about the accessories this thing comes with. Comes with a couple of extra heads. Comes with several extra hands. Comes with a complete extra, entire upper body where you can have her as just kind of Gwen Stacy in the schoolgirl outfit. Also comes with a Spider-Ham who has his own swappable parts. And when I tell you the price, I'm going to be honest with you, just for the Spider-Ham alone, it's probably worth what you're going to pay for this thing. But she also comes with a stand and web effects and all that kind of stuff. But let's talk about the figure itself. Now, when I bought this, I bought all three from this line from AliExpress. So I got the Peter B. Parker, I got the Miles Morales, and I got this one. And I gotta say, out of the box, this was the one that had the worst quality control. I don't know if you can tell here, but this knee is kind of off. It looks like it's been stretched out, doesn't fit in there right, and then this elbow was just not even attached when I pulled it out of the package, and I had to reattach it. Also, her little crotch piece here kind of just floats around. I don't know how well you can see that, but it just kind of floats around. Not bad, but you know, it's certainly a thing. And then this thing can basically just kind of spin around wherever, so you gotta kind of get it set just right and not move her around too much. Other than that, which I know, that's a lot. But overall, the figure actually looks pretty good, okay? We got good texture. We got good paint work on this thing with the pink under the arms, the black, the pearlescent white, the shoes, everything else. Articulation is actually really good. She can get into a lot of great poses here. It's got really good articulation, good ab crunch, probably better than the other two. So all in all, pretty good. Okay, all in all, pretty good, but this one did have some QC issues when I pulled her directly out of the package. So that's definitely something that you want to take into consideration. And again, that little floating torso can kind of be a problem sometimes. But let's go ahead, do some comparisons real quick, see how she stacks up, not only to the other figures that I picked up out of this knockoff line, but let's see how she looks up against some Marvel Legends, and we'll kind of go from there. Alright, so here she is with the other two figures I picked up at the same time. Obviously, we got Miles, and we got Peter B. Parker / just regular Peter Parker Spider-Man, and she fits in really good with them. I do think QC-wise, these other two figures came to me at least much better, but if you decide to pick all three of them up, maybe the three you get will all be in great shape, and you won't have the issues with the knee and the elbow that I had with Spider-Gwen. But all in all, this is a pretty solid lineup here for a display. And this is where you start to see a very big difference here. Of course, you can see her with the Marvel Legends version of the exact same character from the exact same movie. And yeah, big difference here. This is a quote-unquote true 6-inch scale figure, which means for Gwen Stacy, who's supposed to be a teenager, she's, I think, not even quite 5.5 inches tall. So it's a very small figure. I do think that the texture and the paint and everything else is done much better, and certainly the articulation on this smaller knockoff figure than it is on the Marvel Legend. But since more than likely most of your collection, if you're into Marvel, is going to be Marvel Legends, this might be a deal breaker for you. And then just comparing her to Spider-Man 2099 there in the back, she looks like a little bitty child. Alright, I did want to show you guys the two kind of main accessories here. Of course, we've got the upper torso for Gwen Stacy, which I'm going to be honest, I couldn't get it on. I couldn't get the legs to pop back onto this torso piece here, just because it was just like so difficult to try and get the legs to pop on up inside that skirt. So that's what it looks like if you can get it to pop back on. And then of course we got Spider-Ham, who's just awesome. Like I said, Spider-Ham alone kind of makes this worth it, because it's really cool, because he comes with swappable legs, swappable arms, and he does have a secondary swappable head there, which looks really cool. And of course, like all Spider-Hams, he barely stands up, but still a pretty cool figure, and wanted to show that to you guys. All right, so let's talk price here real quick, and I picked her up for $15. In fact, I picked all three figures up for between 15 and 16 bucks a piece. At that price, is it a good deal? Hell yeah, it is. I mean, even with the knee that ain't perfect and the elbow that I had to pop back in joint right out of the package, for 15 bucks, it's still a cool figure to have. I mean, do you need it if you already have the Marvel Legends? No, you don't. Is it going to fit in with the rest of your collection? Maybe, maybe not, depending on what lines you collect. But is it a cool figure, especially for the price? Hell yeah, it is, and it's really kind of hard to knock it at $15. I mean, it's a knockoff, of course it is. It's nowhere near as good as the actual legitimate Sentinel, you know, figure is going to be, absolutely. But it's 15 bucks. I mean, how do you complain about that? You really can't. So I'm not going to, and I'm just going to say, for the price I paid for it, hands down, yeah, it's definitely a good deal, and I can definitely recommend it if you can find it for like 15 bucks. Why not? I mean, 10 bucks less than a Marvel Legend, that's kind of a no-brainer at that point, just to kind of have a cool little figure. So that is pretty much it, but let me know in the comment section down below, what do you guys think about knockoffs in general, or what knockoffs you have that you love, or what you think about this figure in particular. Let me know in the comment section, and as always, guys, thank you, and always remember to enjoy your collection.